trying to keep the features of Geshaview when you've got man-made houses and natural landscape wasn't difficult, but had to be thought of very carefully. Here you can see an example where we've laid the road on the natural level, but what we've done is either side is we've man-made a little bit of height to the verges. So this road actually now meanders from the village. This is actually the perimeter section of the path and roadway. The perimeter section, we have an old wall here which we've created. We then have to use rocks to support the bank system here with the grass, and we allow the grass to tumble and fall into the road. So over another year, this road is about 6 months old now. After another winter, this will cascade into the road, the naturalness. So what we try to do is make what we've got with the natural lie of the land match with the levelling of the houses, and obviously to the view that's beyond. Your immediate environment where you are has to have that same feeling. It mustn't clash. And again, this is a connection point which becomes very important for the whole landscaping and the whole view that Geshaview will eventually give you, or gives you now. So again, just another little example how we connect the stones, the rocks, the grass, the road, the view, the houses, to bring the whole thing to connect in what is an old-fashioned natural way. When it comes to the connection of the paths and the road, where they meander from the main thoroughfares, there's 3 main thoroughfares, and they meander through the village. We connect the pathways with old railway sleepers as the steps, and we've used exactly the same gravel and pathway as we do for the roads. So the connection through this little pathway up to the upper level visually looks the same. The water and the weathering is exactly the same as the main roads, and basically what you get at the end of the day is a congruent connection through the grass, through the denivelations, the different levels. This isn't particularly access friendly, of course, but we have an access friendly pathway just around the back here without steps to an interesting little position in the middle of the village. So again, we're using the same technology, very simple. Part of the process with the roads is measuring how much we've actually created, the cost of that, and once it's built, of course, if there's any problems and challenges that we need to face, we know who made them, who built the road, who built the section, and this little measuring process is just a question of conflab, of how deep the foundations are, how much cubic meters of stones we've used, etc., etc., how much time the JCB has been used. So this is the aftermath of the finished product, calculating the cost and putting a maintenance program in place. So here we are with some of the processes in place. You can see now that we're starting to connect that piece of road. We've got 4 guys on the job plus a JCB. The man in the red jacket is supervising, very important, the continual flow of getting the consistency of the construction flowing. That's the first level of fabrication going on, what's already a compounded pack on the road. And the guys are following the map of the metal plate. We'll have a look at the next section a little later on. So here's an example of accurate measuring of the creativity and inspiration which creates the roads. Simple tape measure, simple hammer, simple measurement. There's set rules that we have, and we follow the rules, and then when it's marked out, we then add the inspiration and creativity to have the final shape. So that's where it starts, and it ends up with the same degree of accurate measurement, and you can see we're about 50 yards between these 2 points. The team here are measuring the aftermath, what actually happened, and the team in the background who we've just looked at, they're measuring out, and this is about 50 yards away, but this road that's placed in the foreground here has been here as I say, about 3 weeks. It's settled, it's ready, we're happy, we've signed it off. They're now controlling the measuring and the costing, and in the background the other team are busy measuring the next section. And what should happen is, after a period of time, both measurements should agree and everybody's happy. Here we have the same procedure. Here is Nikolai with the book and a pencil, setting out the plans. It's recorded, set, and finally measured. I think they've got a little challenge here trying to find the dead center, so they're using 2 tape measures. I'm stood here looking at it and I can tell them it's about right. And you know what, it doesn't matter if it's slightly wrong. What matters is it's natural and it looks per. They're looking for the level here, how much level they need to raise that to. And he's making a note of how many cubic meters of gravel they'll need if they raise it that amount. So it's all done in the old-fashioned way. Proof that the old-fashioned way, without computers, with inspiration and respect for every individual's skills, that this system, the old forgotten values, does actually work wonderfully in harmony with nature, building a road at Geshaview.